let's turn this old nasty plunger into this so we don't have to look at it no more ugly. I am at my sewing machine. So here we have our plunger. So let's get busy and let's make this rabbit. The first thing we need to do is we need to make a piece of material that will go over top of this. So let's just look at it and see how big around it is. So we are going to go and we're going to see. It is 3. So we're going to make the 3 inches, and that's going to be big enough. 2 inches. I'll make sure it's big enough to go around. So we're going to start with strips that is 2 inches that'll go around that. So let's get busy on that. I got a yellow that I'm going to make the face and all out of. So I'm just going to go ahead and use it. So here we go. We're going to cut that down. Throw it my scrap. And then we're going to cut 2 inches. Now I'm falling off the table here. So let's go back on track here. So here's one that's 2 inches. Now, if you notice, when we get our thing in here, it will fit over top of it. So we're doing good. Now, I don't want to sew this up yet because we need to be able to put the head and all that good stuff on it. So I have pulled out my rabbit. So we're going to use part of the patterns for the rabbit. Pull it all out here. This is part of the head. This is a leg. We don't need it. This is a jacket sleeve. We don't need it. Well, here is a part of the jacket. So I wonder if I could make the jacket. We don't need that part. And this is the body. Yeah, we'll want that. And this is the other part of the body. And we'll take that. We don't need a leg. There's the front head. And this is the ears. So, we are going to make a yellow rabbit. So, let me get to pinning everything down, and then we'll be back. I've got it pinned, and I've started cutting them. Now, with the ears, I'm going to make the ears. One side is going to be the same color as the rabbit, and the other side is going to be the color of the dress. So, now that I am cutting these out and all, I'm going to continue cutting them out. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the stuff ready to cut out the dress also. And when I get to that, we'll be back so you can see that. This is the color that I decided to use for the dress. So I've got it in half. You see how big it is? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off right here a little bit more. A little bit more. There, okay. Cut off a little, cut it like in half. And I'm going to use half of it for the length of the dress. So, we got it cut in half. Now we're going to take half of it and we're going to put it aside for the dress. So there we go with that. Now this one right here side, I need 2 ears. So I'm going to fold this and find my ears. That's a body front. So I pulled off the wrong one. Wouldn't you know? Okay. That one goes there. Where's the ear? Where's the... there's the ear. That's the one I should have pulled off. Hey, I'm only human. Alright, so we're going to pin this one down. So we'll have the ears like the dress. And we're going to put them, I think on the inside would look better. Alright, in this one right here it says, cut on fold, cut 4. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to go down here. And it says cut on fold, then cut 4. So that's right there. And then if I fold this in half this way, ta-da, then I could cut 4 like this. So we are going to put that on a fold so we can cut it. If I get another pin. And then this right here says cut 4. So I'm going to cut 4 of them after I get these right here cut out. So there we go with this. One thing I did was I cut out some fiber fill to go in the back of my ear. So now I got my shirt out here. Now, what I'm going to do with it is I know I need to cut one part of it down in the middle. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it like this. Because then I can take and just make the fullness in the dress around it. So the first thing we really want to do is we want to start sewing up our head. So this right here is the back of our head. And that's the side that we want to sew. So I'm putting a pin in it and I'm pointing my pin towards that one. We want to sew the back. Now on the face here, when I go to sew it, I want to sew it towards the face. Because then we have the back and we have the front. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew the ears. And we're going to turn them the way that they should be, right side outers. And I'm going to take a seam and I'm going to sew it right down the middle of the ear. So when we get done with this part, then we'll be back and see what else. Oh yeah, we got the body to go. We need to go ahead and sew part of it too. Now the bottom of the body, that's the ear. That's the one I took off right here. So this is a side. And right here is his other side. So this is the back seam. Alright, so we want to sew the back seam on this one. So I'm going to sew that. You know what I can't find here? I can't find the arms. So I got to find the hands to this thing. Alright, and then we got this one. And this is the side seam. So this is the back seam. So we're going to sew this one. And I'm going to find my arms, even though, because we got to have some arms for the sleeves to go through. We got them. So I'm going to be busy and I'm going to find where the arms are. I found the arms. I thought we was going to have an armless rabbit there for a minute. So it says to cut 4. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 4. And we are going to separate them and sew them as well. There we go. So I'm going to go sew all these and then we'll be back. Okay, I've got all these done. I like the way my ears turned out. Turned out pretty good. I like them. I like them. Okay, I'm going to sew the back of the head to the back of the head. Oh, no, that's the face. And then this one to this one. Now I'm going to take my, oh no, I've lost my long, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and sew this down. Now, I'm not too worried about the leaving it like this, to just sew it down the sides here and leave it like that, because we're going to sew the tip of this to the top of the rabbit. So here we go with sewing these pieces now. I've got this on the plunger. See? Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, after I cut these strings off, like some, can't stand the strings. Alright, now this is the front. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it to the middle right here. Right here. Let's see if you can see it. Probably not. Why, no. Let's lay it down. Okay. Trying to get it where you see it. Okay. I'm going to sew it to the top of this one and the top of this one. And I'm also going to put my ears in. And I am going to leave the bottom of it open. And I'm also going to put my arms in there. So this is my next step, is to put all this together. So I'll show it to you when I get done. Alrighty, I didn't put this in because I started thinking, oh no, I can't do that, because it will make this tip come out the other side, and I don't want that. So I went ahead and sewed everything else. So let's look at what we got here. We got us a rabbit. So now I want to figure out what to do. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this like this. Find out how far it goes up in there. Alright, it goes right here. Now I'm going to turn, let me put me a pin right there to mark it. And then I'm going to turn these inside out again. And I'm going to find the arms. There we go. Find the arms. And now I'm going to sew one side to one side and one side to the other. I wonder if that would work. I don't see why it wouldn't. Just flip it right up in there. Yep. So that one right there, on that side. And then turn it around and sew the other one on the other. We're going to try it. Well, I ain't made one of these in a long time. I made one for my vacuum cleaner, but it was bigger, and I had the pattern and everything with it, but I don't this one. I sew it to one side, I think that's the other side, this side right here, so that it will go on, but I did not sew it to this side because it didn't seem like it did pretty good. It kind of like pushed it up, and the arms were all messed up, and I said, no, I ain't going to take that. So now I want to try to stuff this character. And I'm going to hand stitch it to this so that it will, because it's not big enough to put it on the machine. So I'm going to stuff all this, even the head, and then I'm going to hand stitch it right down here at the bottom. So when I get done with that, then I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, I have got the bottom of it done. See here, all I did was just sew it together. It'll hold in the stuffing. And I think so far, it looks pretty nifty. I got a string right there. Okay, so now we're going to start working on It's clothing. So it said to cut 4 of these. I only cut 2. So I need to cut 2 more. So when I get them done, then I'm going to put all of it together, and I'll show you when I get it. Okay. I'm going to sew down this. Let's see. That would be down this way right here on both of these. I'm going to sew the. Let's see. It would be right here and right over here, all of them. But I'm going to leave an opening right here. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to sew it here. And then I'm going to sew this one here. And then I'm going to open it up and I'm going to sew it down this way. And I'm going to attach the arms. So here we go with doing that. I got the jacket on. The jacket sewed up. Now I left the tops open because it's kind of hard to get it over its head. So, yeah. Okay, I'll put it on going down. So we're going to try to... I can't. I got to go up. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, but I got to do it this way. It's more easier for me. Gots to do it. So, now then. Let's see what she looks like. Oh, that looks good. I'm sorry, but that's the way I had to do it. So it looks good that way. I did cut a V in the neck, but it is what it is. Okay, now then, we are below this so we can find what we did with our skirt. Okay, now then, with our skirt, I am going to put a hem on it. The first thing. Okay, I got the seam down the side here. And I got a hem. So now we're going to start putting it on this. So I want the seam to go into the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it into the back. Right here. And I'm going to pin it. Now I'm going to find the front, which is right here. Then I'm going to find the middle ground on this. Right here it is. And my middle ground there. And I'm going to pin it. And then I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to find my middle ground. And I'm going to pin it to the seam over here. And I'm going to keep on going around until I get it all on there and to where it looks pretty and like a dress should. So, then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and then I'll come back and let you see what it looks like. Like we have accomplished our plunger. See, you cannot see the plunger. I think my dress is a little bit too long, so I'm going to hem it up some. So, and we need to work on our face. And I don't like this right here, so we're going to find something to put on there, and we're going to dress her up. Now it's embellishing time, so I'm going to fix that hem. I'm in the corner here, right here. I put in some eyeballs, and now I'm putting in the whiskers, and all I did was just sew them in there. Now I'm sewing on a button for the nose to cover up where I just done the whiskers. Let me get this straight. It's all twisted on me. There we go. And to give her a face. So far, so good. I'm pretty well much happy with her so far. So now, we'll see what she looks like. And let me try to do that. There we go. Now then, let's see if we can't straighten her. There she goes. Does she look as good? Turn her around there. Here, let's get a little bit closer to her. She looks more like a rat now. I got a pin up here. I didn't want to lose it. Okay, so here's her rabbit ears. And all. I think she looks pretty good. Now I got some buttons that I am going to sew down her dress. So that's my next thing that I'm working on. But so far she looks pretty good. So the next time you see it, she'll be done. She is done. And I think it looks real pretty. Even, I mean, right down to it. You can't even tell it's a plunger. So that's one way to clean up your bathroom and make it look pretty good. I'm really surprised at how neat that turned out. So I hope you make one and all. And if you do, send me a picture of it. God's Bible word. So I hope y'all enjoy and make one. Bye.